better be good.
Hey, baby. Best thing to life come free, you know. Now, you better be good to me, baby. I'll tell you that. You know, after the show, we might want to eat a little bit.
Please, sir?
Yes. Hey.
Glad to help you right, please, sir.
What do you mean, way over against the wall? Say, what's the idea here, baby?
Oh, quit walking. I'd promote a couple of ducats, take you for a free ride, and you beat. Come on.
Well, you know, these ushers are always working for tips. That's what they're doing.
You're right, please, sir.
Gee, business isn't half bad tonight, Kitty.
Oh, I'm certainly praying for a good house. You know, Jimmy, tonight tells the tale. Broadway or bust.
Gosh, honey, I know the show would have a better chance if you were up there on the stage.
I wonder if I ever will get a break.
Sure you will. You're going to be a big star on Broadway. Why, with your youth and beauty and me back of you, why, honey, we're a cinch.
Together, we're sure fire.
I hear the music is wonderful. I'm so anxious to hear Am I Blue.
It looks like a full house tonight, Kitty.
Oh, Jimmy, I do hope so, just for Daddy's sake.
Well, honey, if this show's a hit, your daddy won't have to be a stage doorman any longer.
Well, Dad, what kind of a house have you got tonight? Oh, great. Full. Okay, pack them in, kid. Hello there, girl. How are you?
Get moving up there, Ace. We're supposed to have that curtain up tonight, not next week. One more crack out of you, Swede, and hot or cold, you go out tonight.
Oh, Lacey.
Slide and you'll make it.
I'll sit on his tag.
Say, you Dorsey twins is just about the swellest dolls in the show, ain't you?
Oh, go sit on a tag.
Oh, go feather your nest.
Go sit on a tag.
Oh, hello, Miss Bogarty. Hey, how's the offstage laugh?
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
I don't want to play. Say, where's my key?
Well, I'm sorry, but Miss French bought it.
What, again? Well, that's a pretty how you feel.
That's a great gal. She's handed me many a laugh. Hey, listen, old-timer. If this Opry closes tonight and they shove it in a warehouse, why, just call on me. I'm a strong-arm guy.
Well, I hope we don't need you.
I hope so at that.
Hey, Pete! Come here.
All right, hide on.
Well, what is it? Hey, Jerry come in yet? Listen, Harold. Jerry's got enough worries without listening to actors' belly aching.
Walking again, huh?
What's bothering you now?
Money. I haven't been paid.
Nobody's been paid here.
Hey, Pete, why can't I get some fresh air in this room of mine?
I'd suggest writing a letter to Beatrice Fairfax.
Well, you're not funny.
Neither are you. Maybe that's what's wrong with this show.
Applesauce.
If you're a comic, I'm a toe dancer.
Hey, Pete, really, I'm serious. I gotta have some money. My case is different.
Not a bit different. You're just another hungry actor.
Yeah, but I'm awfully worried.
Well, would you like me to hold your hand, sweetheart? How's the house, Pete? Well, I'm a dirty glass of circus lemonade. What's wrong? I gives me best girlfriend 2 aisle seats for her and her old lady. I looks out front, and there she sits with Larry Maloney, a cab driver. Is that all? Well, ain't it enough? She's busted my heart. I ought to bust her nose. Oh, it's not worth fretting about. You know, there are plenty of nice girls. But I got an investment in this broad. $22 in 5 weeks. He's feeding her candy. Oh, now they're holding hands. Oh, that cluck. Do you need a road map? I'll turn out the lights on that bozo in a minute so he can't see his way around so easy. Dad, me and you is just a couple of prize chumps. Me for investing in that dizzy broad, and you in this punk show.
Why, don't you think the show will go over?
The age of miracles is past.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Jerry.
How are you, man? Bring on that tree. Call Overjoe.
Okay, Jerry. Overjoe.
Hurry with those side props. Pete.
Come on, Jerry. All right, Gaffer. Lower the blue.
Everything set?
Levee scene is okay. A little more grease on the boat wheels and we can go.
Overjoe.
Habillez-vous, alors qu'est-ce que tu fous, toi, là? Mais dépêche-toi donc. Mais alors quoi? C'est toujours la même chose. C'est bien ici que je t'habille. Allez, prends donc cette dresse. Mais comme ça, tu peux pas penser comme ça? Oh, mon Dieu, ce que tu me fais rire, toi. Puis je crois que tu engraisses, ma petite, tu prends des contours. Allez, viens ici. Where is the beginning of this dress?
Overjoe, chorus on the stage.
You me too.
Overjoe, chorus on the stage.
Attention, ce style est over. Le rien sur de l'excessif. Monte sur ton chapeau, toi. Mets-donc un petit peu plus ton chapeau comme ça. Est-ce que tu comprends? Monte sur ta robe. Oh là 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 là. Regarde-moi.
Hey, what are you running around here at Charity Bazaar? When do we get paid? I'll swap you. A month of promises for a week's salary.
I must talk to you, Jerry.
All your hopes. We got him first.
Listen, I just got a wire from Mother and she's destitute.
So am I. Also delirious.
Jerry, I must lend her some money.
Keep quiet.
A man can't let his mother down.
Wait a minute. Does your mother realize what I'm doing for you? That I'm going to put Harold Astor on Broadway. In bigger lights than Jack Barrymore.
Banana extract. Whale oil.
Lynn, she knows all that, Jerry, and she's terrible grateful, but she's flat broke. She's down to her last $10.
See, if I had $10 in real coin, I'd consider myself a millionaire.
Lynn, I'm terribly worried. I won't go on unless I get some money.
Now, don't be a heel, kid. You promise you'll see me through. Now, I'll pay you your salary. I promise you.
When?
Well, next Saturday. My word of honor.
Can I depend on it? Can I wire Mother?
Yep. Wire collect.
Great.
Say, girls, now get ready for the first act.
Jerry?
Go on.
Jerry, I want to speak to you a minute.
Again? What is it, about getting Kitty into the show?
Since you brought up the subject, when are you going to put Kitty on?
I've told you 1,000 times she hasn't got a chance.
Oh, gee whiz, I've got some rights.
Say, you'll have a couple of left if you don't stop pestering me.
Oh, speaking of pests reminds me, Sam Bloom is out front. He wants to see you.
Did you tell him I was back here?
Sure. Now, haven't you paid for the scenery?
Have I paid for anything? Now, you go out there and head him off. Tell him I've gone to Asia. Tell him I've just died. Go on, now, quick, hurry up.
Don't worry, I'll get rid of him.
Listen, don't let anybody in here, understand?
But you can't come in here. Strict orders.
Just because you gamble your money, old man, don't expect me to.
Well, old Sam Bloom himself. Why didn't you come in this way?
It's tough enough getting in that way.
How's that great big prop and scenery magnet? I'm glad to see you, Sam.
Your doorman was tickled, too. So much so that he tried to throw me out.
Well, he probably didn't recognize you. I'm glad that you dropped in to catch the show, Sam. You love it.
I didn't come to catch the show. I came to tax you. You gonna pay that?
Why, of course I am. Don't I always pay my bills? Don't I always?
Put your soul in, Jerry. I want my money.
Oh, listen, Sam. Can't you give a guy a break? It happens that I'm a little financially embarrassed for the moment.
And that one won't work either. You got a swell house. I just talked to Georgie in the box office. There's more than enough to cover that bill.
Great grief, man. You can't attach the box office tonight.
No? Well, watch me.
Now, wait, Sam. I need this dough to take the show out with. And besides, I've got a property here that's going to knock Broadway for a loop.
Oh, where have I heard those words before?
Come on, clear stage. Let's go.
Hey, look here, you. See that you're not walking around on that first entrance of mine tonight.
Listen, you forget that I'm the juvenile leading man on this show.
I don't care if you're the leading lady. Don't walk on my laps.
And I'm going to get mad now.
Hey,
Pipe down, you prima donnas. On with the show.
All right, Croc.
come on, Funny, get up there. Say, they got the bottles in that bag?
Sorry.
Well, see that they are. Thanks, Pete.
Here's Hogo.
Love and kisses.
Pick it up.
You know why we've gathered around the levee. 'Cause my wandering boy is coming home. Now our hearts will never, never be heavy if you stay and promise not to roam. Everyone in town here to meet him. See his schoolgirl sweetheart all smile to greet him. Blow that whistle, ring that bell, let that clatter and all is well. And welcome home, yes, he's welcome home. Rapid, take a trip, that we can get one thing, but welcome home, yes, he's welcome home. Look out, folks, look out near that train. Look out, folks, it's on the train. And I reckon he looks happy, he looks glad. There's his mother here to dance, and he's welcome home, yes, he's welcome home.
Wonderful number, Sam. And the next one tops it. We've got a marvelous show.
Louder and funnier.
Well, I see you found him, Mr. Bloom.
Yeah, he found me. He wants to attach the box office or take the scenery.
Oh, gee, Mr. Bloom, you couldn't do a thing like that. But we've got a great show here.
I'm not interested in anything but getting my money.
Let me tell you the story of the opera. After you hear it,
I'll still want my dough or the scenery.
Darling.
Sweetheart.
Wait a minute, Captain. Wait a minute.
Well, if it isn't little Nita French herself.
In the flesh, baby. In the flesh.
How are you, Nita?
Fine until I saw you. You know, every time we meet, the show I'm in closes. Please don't take away my dream. Throughout all this time, I have dreamed you're mine. Know that someone else is seen. I belong to you, faithful, dear, and true. From my side, angry pride on you. Sorry, dear, waiting here for you. Hear the star of hope still gleam, darling, while it gleams. Let me have
That's what Nita was with the troupe.
Sure, she's the star of the piece.
That means her boyfriend, Bobby Wallace, is putting up for the show. How come you're so broke, Jerry? Wallace is rolling in money.
Well, as a matter of fact, Wallace went sort of cold on us
Yeah, he lost his taste for the show business.
and refuses to put up another cent.
The crust of you guys. Wallace refuses to back his own show, and you ask me to hold the bag for the scenery.
But I explained he went cold on us.
Compared to me, he's on fire.
Now, please, Sam.
Try Wall Street. That's headquarters for suckers.
Sam, you must listen to me.
I'm through arguing with you guys. I'll take out every stick of scenery just as soon as my trucks get here.
But listen, Mr.
Sammy, hello! Did you hear my laugh? Wasn't it perfectly marvelous? Look at the notices I'm getting. With the exception of Sarah Bogarty's offstage laugh, Jerry Price's new musical venture is a very clean show. Man and boy, we've heard many feminine laughs, but never one that seemed to promise so much. We predict a very exciting future for Miss Bogarty and hope to see more of her. Our phone number is Great Next 3568 and ask for Jack. That's the me.
That's a great notice.
Miss French, I've asked you and asked you and asked you to take your suitcases and junk out of my dressing room. And I shan't ask you again.
Can I depend on that?
Jerry, I can't work with that woman. She's driving me crazy, cluttering up my room with her things. I won't stand it.
Don't hysterics me, darling. I'm a woman myself.
Oh. Well, I hope you have gallstones.
Well, I'm going to phone for the truck.
Oh, Sammy, I haven't seen you for days and days and days. You can't run away now. Come on in the wings and watch the show.
No, I've got important business.
Go on and see the show, Sam. You'll enjoy it.
Yes, sure you will. Ethel Waters is going to sing, Am I Blue? Hot diggity dog. You'll love it. Come on.
I know, but I can't.
Come on,
I've got to go.
come
Wait a minute.
Well, that staves off calamity for a while.
Lord, you should be sorry, boy. Woke up this morning alone about dawn. Without a warning, I found he was gone. Why did he do it? How could he do it? He never done it before. Am I blue? Am I blue? Aching tears in these eyes telling you. Am I blue? You'd be too if each plan with your man done fell through. 'Cause there was a time when I was his only one, but now I'm the sad and lonely one. Lordy, was I gay until today. Now he's gone and we're through. Am I blue? I know it. He's in Chicago, and I'm down here in Birmingham, trying to get the money to go and find my honey. I am. Yes, indeed I am. 'Cause I got the blues in my heart, and my shoes wanna start, yet I'm in a jam, a terrible jam. Oh, don't you ask me, am I blue? Why can't you see I'm blue? Ain't these tears in my eyes telling you? Am I blue? Why wouldn't I be blue if each plan with your man had done fell through?
I bet you wish you were up there, on the stage.
Gee, I'd give anything for the chance.
Anything? Well, it isn't too late yet. You know I'm financing this show, and, well, you understand.
Yes, maybe I understand too well.
Oh, don't be like that, Kitty.
Hurry up, Ivy. You're always bad living.
Listen, don't tell me that. Listen here, Jerry. Are you going to let that guy spoil the show?
What's the matter now?
Oh, he ruins all my love scenes.
Oh, ruin your love scenes. I walk on before the audience walks out on you. Now,
boys, stop
arguing. Get on there. Come on, now. Keep it sweet, boys.
Show's going over great.
You
So
better
far,
is.
so good.
That's fine, girls. Go on. Get things ready.
Boss, you're going over like a million, huh?
Didn't I tell you?
Jerry, I got an idea to keep Sam from getting the dough in the box office.
Spill it. Boys, on the set. Come on. Step lively, boys. Come on. Step into it.
Well, while Sam's out there in the wings, I could hold up the box office.
Another crack like that out of you, and I'll slap you down.
Oh, it'd be a cinch. Then Kitty and me and all of us would be fixed.
Do you want to spend the rest of your life in jail, you poor sap?
I didn't say I was going to do it. I just suggested it.
Well, it's just like all of your other suggestions. Terrible. Forget it.
Hello, Jerry. Gee, we got a peach of a house. I checked 80 more coats than last night.
Must be colder out.
Grouch?
No. Just worried, Kitty.
matter?
Oh, Sam Bloom's taking the scenery. We're all washed up.
Oh, Jimmy, you mean there's no hope of Broadway? What about Dad?
Well, whatever happens, kittens, you and me'll stick together, like we promised that day at the beach. Remember?
Well, I'm still wearing the ring through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin, and it sure looks thin now.
I thought you were going to see the show through.
Well, it's through as far as I'm concerned. You'll not get another penny out of this chump.
Oh, I wanted to hear you make a detailed statement. Now I'll tell you why you welched on us.
You needn't bother.
The reason that you backed out is because you couldn't get to first base with Kitty.
That's a wild one even for you, Jerry.
You didn't buy into this show because you love me. We both know what we think of each other. But I had a hunch that you came in because you thought you could make some money for yourself. Then I woke up, found that you'd got Dad and Jimmy to sock every nickel they own in the show, trying to promote yourself a hold on Kitty. It didn't work, and now you're trying to let the show flop.
Keep your mouth shut.
Oh, I won't tell Nita, if that's what you mean, but you stay away from Kitty. Get me?
Why, you poor cheap ham and egg clown.
What's the matter?
Nothing at all. I was just showing Mr. Wallace a scene from the new opera.
Oh, yeah? How sweet. Is there a nice partner for little Sarah?
Sure. You play an elephant trainer.
Oh, he's funny.
going? Go lay an egg. And just who do you think you're talking to? Go lay an egg. And how would you like a sock on the nose? Please go lay an egg. You can hurry.
Calm and peaceful the old plantation is at dusk.
Harold, my boy, you're screwy. Imagine, man of his dream. Boy, when you start to see things, that's liquor. When you start and you. That's enough for that, boy. Come on.
Jerry, the bus over's been held up. What?
I bet Bert did.
But we haven't been paid for 2 weeks.
Yeah, but what about Mother?
What about Dad? What about me?
No, for Pete's sake, kids, stop worrying about the robbery. The show has got to go on.
What's wrong, Jerry? What's happened?
Never mind what happened. I want to talk to you.
Take your meat hooks off.
Don't give me that and come on and take a walk.
Now, listen.
What is this, Jerry?
Nothing at all. Don't worry, Sam. Everything is all right. There's your cue, people. Get on. Get your places.
Yeah, but what am I going to do?
Get on.
Hey, what are you trying to pull?
Don't worry. You'll get your money all right.
That's a funny one. I thought I was seeing things. And you thought that went to my head. It didn't. It went to my feet.
box office? Hey, listen. If it's who I think it is, I'm gonna make it awful tough.
Wait a minute, I want to talk
Back
to
your
you.
woodwind. Okay, Pete.
I'll cut it out.
Get the dogs and horses ready.
Hey, will you listen to me?
I tell you, I never done it.
Then what was you running down the alley for?
Oh, gee whiz, Joe, have a heart. Jerry's trying to get the curtain up on the second act.
Yeah, and the cast is all ready to quit.
And you turn the stage into a police court.
Say, that's got nothing to do with my job of finding out who stuck up the box office. I ain't got nothing to do with no theater curtains.
Say, listen, Joe, what are you getting so boiled up over? We all know you ain't a real cop. You're just a night watchman.
Well, I'm enough of a real cop to stick you guys in jail if you don't stop your stalling and answer my questions.
Oh, gee, Pete, answer his questions, will you?
Yeah, then maybe he'll let you go back to work.
Well, all right, if you guys will keep your trap shut.
Well, go ahead.
Well, it's a personal matter, see?
Eh?
I goes out front before the first act curtain to send a note down the aisle to a dame.
What was her name?
Now, that's got nothing to do with this case. Just a dame I'm that way about.
He's that way about.
The note says, pardon the intrusion, but please ask the gent who is your escort to step out in the alley and get his eye knocked out.
Who was he?
Larry Maloney, a punk cab driver, the big hunk of cheese.
Then what was you doing the Charlie Paddock down the alley for?
Maloney takes me serious. He comes out.
Ah, then it was you I chased.
No, you chased Maloney. He was chasing me.
Ah, Maloney baloney. What's that got to do with the robbery?
Ain't I been telling you how innocent I am?
All right, take it on the lam, but I'll talk to you later.
Not if I see you first.
That's so. Hey, listen, I want to ask you a couple of questions, too.
Joe, you don't suspect Jimmy, do you?
Say, I suspect anybody. That's my job. Now, what were you doing when the box office was being stuck up?
Why, I went out front like Mr. Wallace told me and tossed the drunk out.
And you come right back in?
Yeah. Oh, I had a few drags off of a cigarette first. And...
Well, and that didn't take more than a minute, did it?
No, I guess not.
Ah, now listen, kid, I got you hands down because I had the usher check you up, and he pulled out his watch. And when you left, it was just 8 minutes after 9. When the robbery took place, it was 13 minutes after 9, and you didn't come back in the theater until 9:21.
How do you know?
Because I followed him. He went right out, and he came right back in again.
But that was the second time I had been in there before and just...
Now, don't stand there and tell me that because the door usher checked up on you. Now, what was you doing? I asked you again when that box office was stuck up.
Well, if you insist on knowing, I was rehearsing a speech.
Rehearsing a speech.
Now, wait a minute, Joe. I understand this kid, and you don't. What was the speech, Jimmy?
A few words I'm going to say to Robert Wallace. Mr. Wallace, you may be my boss, but you ain't my superior. Take that and like it.
I suppose the next thing he did was sing Mammy.
Now, listen, Joe. You've got this kid scared to death. Just leave him to me. I'll take care of him.
Yeah, well, can I depend on that?
Sure. Now, screw. I'll take care of Jimmy.
All right, but say, let me tell you something. If any one of you birds get acting crooked, why, it's just gonna be too bad. Just too bad.
Excuse us for a minute, will you, Kitty? I kept Joe off you because I wanted to give you a chance. I like you and I like Kitty, but I like this show better. Now come across with that dough and I'll cover you. If you don't, I'll...
Jerry, I keep telling you, I never done it. I ain't got the dough.
Where is it?
Say, how do I know you didn't take it? I wouldn't be surprised if you was just trying to cover yourself up.
Another crack like that out of you and I'll slap you silly.
Hey, Jimmy, Sam Bloom wants you up at the box office.
What's he want?
Go on out and see. My offer holds till you come back. Get me?
Yeah.
And don't forget to come back.
Oh, I'll be back all right. Don't you go catching any trains to Canada.
Say now, Jerry, you don't think Jimmy did this, do you?
What put that silly notion into your head?
Oh, I don't know. Everything's so mixed up in such a terrible mess. Why can't I do something?
There's nothing you can do.
Oh, yes, there is. I could get Mr. Wallace to help us. Oh, Jerry, I know what he wants, and so do you.
Now, see here, Kitty. There are only few of you sweet kids left. Stay that way. Get me?
I know, but maybe I could make him my slave without even letting him touch me.
Your self-confidence is only exceeded by my big feet.
Oh, Jerry, now all kidding aside, I know how those gold diggers work. I haven't been brought up in the theater all my life for nothing. Just the other night I heard a couple of them. One ritzy as the dickens, the other tough as the deuce. I'll show you. Will you loan me your lipstick, dearie? Say, kid, how's that new oyster of yours? Looks to me like he's got a toil in him. Why, don't be silly. He's going to buy me a Buick. Oh, what? Come up to my house and anything less than a Lincoln, consider yourself a parcel and come in the back door. Oh, Jerry, I know how that racket works.
Now, forget it. If you try to pull any gags like that around here, I'll make your dad spank you.
Oh, my darling. Are you hurt?
Oh, my phantom sweetheart.
Rest, dear, and dream that we're in the land of Let's Pretend.
Salutations, forsooth, Aurier Agistime.
The commander of the Royal Army of the land of Let's Pretend brings news.
Well, let's pretend he does.
What news?
There's a mortal within our portal who is guilty of the greatest offense in the land of Let's Pretend.
But there is no offense in the land of Let's Pretend.
Let's pretend there is. He is dreaming, and you know that no one dreams in the land of Let's Pretend.
Well, let's pretend they do.
Queenie. No levity. Me thinks you're in love. You're getting silly.
Well, what if I am in love?
There's no such thing as love in the land of Let's Pretend.
Let's pretend there is.
I demand yon prisoner.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Yes. Guards, ounce bay either isner prey. For that offense, we'll give him the gate.
My sweetheart.
My dream girl.
My mistake.
Harold.
Sweetheart. Please. The land of Let's Pretend.
Come on, Harold. You're not hurt. Much, I'm afraid. The club breakfast. Come. They're all gathered and waiting for you.
Was she real or just a figment of my imagination?
A what?
A figment.
Oh, Harold, let's not talk of those things. Think of the club breakfast, old pal. The club breakfast.
What a night.
Old pal, listen. What are you trying to do, kill me with that sword?
Squawking again. What do you care, as long as I get the laughs?
Listen, I'm not your straight man. I'm the love interest in this show.
Love interest? Last season you were playing soda fountains and ribbon counters.
Listen, someday the worm will turn.
Yeah? Why should he? He's the same on both sides.
Yeah. You think you're funny, don't you?
Yeah,
Get
beauty.
your blade. Or you make a change.
All right.
Look out, girl. Gotta make the change. Look out.
Jerry, have they found the man who held up the box office yet?
No, not yet.
Gertrude, very good. To the stables. Some hunt, huh? Some hunt. And who was in at the kill? Some fox.
Oh, thank heaven this is the last night in this tank town.
Say, listen, you.
I told you at the matinee not to take my key. What are you gonna do, baby? Lock yourself up?
If I did, who'd hold down your job? Oh, rack that thing up.
You're a smart girl, aren't you? Smart enough to get all the notices. But not smart enough to get my salary.
Perhaps, if I cared to collect it in the way you do.
Some people have all the luck, don't they?
Some people need it.
Hey, you. I don't see any star on your dressing room door.
You'll see plenty of stars if you don't cut out taking my key.
Tell me why you act so strange. There's a little answer doing.
Why, tell me, honey, what is it you want to know?
Just yes or no. Every day you seem to change in your attitude, dear, to me. Here's a few things I'm dying to know. When I want to sing to you, when I want to cling to you, don't mean a thing
piece of scenery hit me.
Oh, I see.
Listen, this guy Jerry's trying to make a jump out of me.
You're doing a pretty good job of it yourself.
Yeah? Well, listen, he's trying to double-cross me, I tell you. You're not going on with the show.
And dear, while you're gone, I'll just stroll down to the stables and look over our thoroughbreds. And perhaps place a little bet of 50,000 on the race tomorrow. Toodle-doo.
Get on there, keep up the pace.
Jerry, excuse me. Jerry, it's terrible. I just got another wire from Mother.
Now what?
Well, she made a mistake in her first wire. She's not down to her last $10. She's down to her last 10 cents. I gotta send her some money. My nerves all shaking. I missed 2 cues out there in my last scene, and I've got to go right back on. I'm not asking for much. It's 2 weeks' salary is all I need.
2 weeks' salary? Don't make me laugh. All I've got is $7. You want 'em?
Well, I guess that'll have to do. Hey, Dad, listen. Wire this to Mother. You know the address. Gee, thanks, Jerry. Well, I'm knocking him over tonight.
You don't look so good. Oh, no, I'm all right. Come on, pull yourself together, old-timer.
Oh, Jerry!
Hey, Pete, what's the bad news now?
We'll take him into my office.
Somebody get a drink. Get one for Bert, too.
What happened to Bert? He fainted.
Fainted, huh? Well, I think I'll go in and give that guy the 3rd degree.
Oh, say, he's all wet. The poor fella fainted from hunger. Hunger? Yes. Well, I invited him to tea. Why didn't he come? Oh, I adore men that fainted. So exciting and certain. You know, I remember meeting a guy in
He's off
Rochester.
for the night. I've got to go on this place. I don't know the lines. Boys, this will be murder.
Well, I'll help you with your...
When's my first entrance?
In about 10
Give me a
seconds.
hand.
Gee, I'll never get away with this.
Well, we can all help.
What do I say? What do I do? I've gone blank. I've forgotten about the whole show. What are my lines for the first
Can I
scene?
do anything?
You walk on and say, here's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whiskey
you-
and soda, sir. Then drink it yourself and get a laugh.
Script. Somebody get it for me, quick.
Where did you have a script?
Well, get me a script to play then. There must be one around somewhere.
The cat had kittens on one last week in the prop room.
They are getting Jerry.
Boy, I slay 'em.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Ah, Miss Terpsichore.
My knees are knocking together. I've got stage fright.
You're worse than Harold.
Whiskey and soda, sir. Whiskey and soda, sir. Whiskey and soda.
You know, you're looking twice as nice as I've ever seen you look before.
Gin and ginger ale, sir. I mean whiskey and soda, sir.
Gedney, how you have changed. Shaking for the drinks, huh, Gedney?
Hello. I've been looking everywhere for you. Can I help you?
Not unless you can find that script for me. Was there something you wanted?
Yeah. I want you to quit high-hatting me.
I'm not high-hatting you. I'm simply trying to mind my own business.
Well, if I were minding my own business, I'd ordered an arrest long ago.
Hey, what do you mean?
Oh, 'cause you don't know. You have no idea who robbed the box office.
Certainly not.
No? Well, then, for your information, I'll tell you. It was one of your own crowd. You all know the show's through tonight, so somebody's feathering his neck.
Say, listen here. Do you mean Jimmy?
I do. Oh, Kitty, drop the innocent gaga stuff. Don't you realize how easy it would be for you to save Jimmy a lot of trouble?
How?
Don't fold. Be yourself. That's all I ask.
Mr. Wallace, how should I start trying to be myself?
Oh, now, that's better. Now we're getting someplace. I want to sit down. Have a drink.
If I do, will you forget about the robbery and save the show?
Well, now, that's a big order. But I might. Isn't it worth taking a chance?
Yes, I guess it is.
You little devil, you even cute joking. I'm mad about you, Kitty. I'd do anything in the world for you.
Then give me a drink of water.
Yeah.
Oh, how anybody can drink that stuff for pleasure gets me.
No kidding, honey. I'm crazy about you. I love you.
What kind of love?
Practical love. The kind of love that comes wrapped up with jewelry. That's what I'm offering you, you sweet, pretty little kid, you. The kind of love that don't fade with the moon. Don't you understand, Kitty? You agree. Get some experience and get it from me.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe I am green.
Awful green. Hurts my eyes. Have to wear smoke glasses every time I look at you. But what it takes to remove green, Bob's has got. Now, wait a minute. We're not going anyplace. Come on down here and sit down.
Mr. Wallace, I mean Bob,
Yeah?
would he give Jerry a check for Sam and the cat?
Maybe. But don't rush me. I don't like to be rushed. Come on, give us a kiss and we'll close the deal right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Just one little kiss from Kitsy to Bobsy,
Oh, no.
and the deal is all closed.
Now,
Yeah.
No,
Now, wait a minute. Everything...
You...
Hey. Hey, what's the idea after telling me we were going to be friends and everything?
Now, listen here, you big four-flusher. We're not going to be anything. Now, beat it before I crown you with this.
I'll teach you to string me along.
Stop! Jimmy! Jimmy! Jimmy!
You made me my boss, Mr. Wallace. Oh, you dirty rat. Now get out of here before I kill you. Come on, get out, I tell you.
Oh, Jimmy, please!
I'll fix you, you fresh punk.
Oh, Jimmy!
What's
Stay
this
here.
dirty neck for him? I'll kick him out.
Jimmy, you don't know what you're saying.
Well, I'll be Kitty, your friend. You
Oh, now, calm down. Everything's all right. Nothing's happened.
You had a drink with that flat tire. Oh, no. Nothing's wrong. Nothing's happened.
Oh, Jimmy, he and I were just...
In here alone with the door shut, waiting for a streetcar, I suppose.
Oh, Jimmy! Jimmy!
Have you noticed a coingular singulance?
You mean a
Singular coincidence.
Yeah. Yes, I've noticed that. My young master is not in love with the girl that he's engaged to marry. Yeah, I've noticed that. And he's continually talking about his phantom sweetheart. If that be true, there'll be no wedding tomorrow.
Tonight.
Tomorrow.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, you don't understand.
Now what?
Hey, Jerry, give me those clothes. Hoyt's all right. He can go on.
Gee, that's fine.
That copper of ours just talked him right out of his face. Yeah?
Oh, Jimmy, won't you listen? Won't you let me tell him what's happened?
Jerry, I caught her in the prop room with Wallace. They've been...
Oh, Jerry, he's crazy. He
Where's Wallace?
He's probably getting his jaw fixed. I guess I busted him.
You what?
Yeah, he took a punch at Wallace.
I should have hit him with the whole building.
Oh, don't be a Boy Scout all your life.
Oh, that's curtains for all of us. Good night. All we needed, Jimmy, was for you to take a sock at Wallace.
Oh, Jerry, it isn't that bad.
Was that crack you made about working on Wallace to help me?
Oh, well, now you're coming to your senses. Don't you think, Jimmy? He thought you were mixed up in a box office robbery, and I wanted to
And I guess you believed it. A lot of faith you've got in me. Why didn't you laugh in his face?
Oh, if that's the way you feel about it, all right.
Well, what if I do?
Here, take this.
Say, wait a minute, Kitty.
Oh, I'm through and I mean it.
You're under arrest. Come on now, you've been stalling long enough.
I don't care. Arrest me, hang me, or do anything you want.
Tell it to the judge. Oh, I'm just taking this guy to the station house.
Wait a minute. Who ordered his arrest? Wallace, I suppose.
Oh, ain't that just too bad? Just too bad. Well, you tend to your business and I'll tend to mine. Come on, Mug.
What are you arresting the kid for? He hasn't done anything.
Oh, no? I guess holding up box offices is a good, legitimate trade, huh?
Why don't you arrest the man that really pulled the job?
Sure. Tell us who it is.
Yeah, you seem to know so much. Now tell us who done it.
Yes, let us into the secret.
All right. Give yourself up, Jerry.
What?
And you look pretty sane, too.
Hey, if that's the best you can do, you better go back to the scenery.
I tell you, Jerry did it.
Now, wait a minute. Don't get me all mixed up. If you guys keep on passing the buck to one another, I'm going to arrest the whole troop.
Now, listen, Joe. You'll give me just 2 minutes alone with these two highbinders, and I'll have the proof that Jerry is the man you're after.
All right. But if any of you guys try to get out of this theater without me knowing it, it's going to be just too bad. Just too bad.
Come on, Jerry. Hand over the cash. I'd rather have my dough than see you doing time.
I suppose a jury would convict me on your phony evidence.
If it's so phony, explain where you were at the time of the robbery.
I was in the alley taking a walk.
Very interesting. And why did you take Bobby Wallace's gun along with you? To shoot quail?
Who told you about that gun?
My little playmate, Sarah.
Think fast, big boy. Think fast.
Introduce the bride, maid of honor, Miss Howe. Oh, Miss Howe? Oh, Colonel. Not how, just when and where.
Rita, aren't you due on? The second act is nearly over.
Yes, in a few minutes.
But you're not dressed.
Well, what woman is nowadays?
Oh, quit cracking wise. Get into your costume, Nita.
Oh, listen to the slave driver. Where's your whip?
Don't mind him. He's in trouble.
Aren't we all?
This show goes on in spite of my troubles.
That's just the point, does it?
What do you mean?
Well, I understand that our friend Jerry has come into a little money. And being an old and faithful trooper, I just thought I'd drop by and collect $1,500 back salary.
Oh, stop it. I haven't got on my kidding clothes tonight.
You think I'm kidding, don't you? Well, get a load of this. Unless I get $1,500 right there within easy reach, I don't put a foot on this stage again tonight.
What is this, a frame-up between you and him?
Oh, Miss French, Nita, you couldn't do a thing like that now.
Why, Nita, an old trooper like you wouldn't do a trick like that.
I'll even roll up my sleeves to show you I'm on the level. 1,500 fish, Jerry. That's 5 centuries less than $2 grand. Or curfew does not ring tonight.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. You're losing your mind.
And you're losing $1,500.
If I ring down tonight, I haven't got money enough to pay off the house.
Are you sure of that?
Oh, Nita, that's a kind of a rotten trick to play on the boys.
Oh, go get yourself a pair of scissors and cut some paper, dog.
Nita, I didn't take any money from the box office. I haven't got any money. Now, be a good scout. Be human.
Listen, do I get my dough or shall I put my clothes on and go home? You know, I'm catching cold sitting around here.
Cold? I'm getting pneumonia looking at you.
A swell trooper you turned out to be.
Let me get this straight. Do I understand that you absolutely refuse to go on without the money?
What a smart guy you are. You know, just give you time enough and you'll understand everything.
Here, Jimmy. Take these across the street to the hotel and get what you can on them. And hock the trunks for all you can get.
When I call this troop a flea circus, I said a mouthful.
A fat chance we'll have of getting $1,500.
Well, try it. Don't stand there like an idiot. That curtain must not come down.
Well, I'll try, Jerry, but...
Say, try. You'll bust a blood vessel doing it. Don't you understand? If you don't get it, we're sunk, washed up.
I'm on to that one. You've got to prove that's money from the hotel, and not dough you two copped from the box office and hid somewhere around here.
Oh, shut up. You're all driving me screwy. Go to it now, Jimmy.
Why, look, dear, it's nearly cocktail time. You must dress for dinner.
I'll go at once. You follow shortly?
Yes, dear, just trot along. I'll follow you. Tomorrow, the wedding ceremony. Then goodbye, my phantom sweetheart.
Come on, trooper, you still got time to go on there and prove that you're not the smallest flea in the circus.
Nita, for Pete's sake, there's your cue. Come on, they're playing your entrance music, won't you?
Nita, please. I'll do anything for you. You can have everything I've got.
$1,500, Jerry, or it's no use.
Well, what do you want to do, ring down?
No, tell Harold to stall. Ad-lib, feed the fish, pick some flowers, anything for a few seconds.
You blonde cluck.
Nita, I'm on my knees. Do you please, please don't make me ring down.
Next week, Uncle Tom's Cabin with real bloodhounds.
If she only knew how I was waiting for her. My phantom sweetheart.
Stall, ad-lib, do anything. Do something. Do the soliloquy from Hamlet. Oh, for Lord's sake, she's a flop. Pick daisies. Feed the goldfish.
Is she real? Or just imagine my figment? Goodbye, my phantom sweetheart.
Go into your dance.
If she only knew how I was waiting for her, my phantom sweetheart.
Take it up with equity. That's what we'll do.
Ain't no use, Jerry. It's too bad, but you gotta ring down. Harold has yelled 4 times for his phantom sweetheart, and there she sits.
Oh,
Why, the audience is raspberry, and they're laughing.
Ring down. I'm licked.
Oh, Kansas. Jerry!
Wait a minute. Well, did you get the money?
No, I didn't get it.
What?
What we don't know doesn't pay. And if I'll kill her.
You wait right here.
She's certainly putting it over.
From my side, angry pride for you. Sorry, dear, waiting here for you. See my star of hope still gleam. Take me while
wasn't she great?
Oh, honey, you were marvelous. Simply magnificent. I didn't know you had it in you. Aren't you kidding me? What's the difference? Sounds good anyhow. Let me give you a tip. Keep away from Nita. She threatened to kill you if you go on in this act.
And, baby, that female is dynamite.
Say, I'm not afraid of her.
But just the same, keep out of her way. If she makes a suspicious move, I'll keep an eye on her. And I'll, yoo-hoo!
Kid, you were great. You proved tonight that you've got the real stuff that troopers are made of. Broadway will be a cinch for you.
Oh, gee, thanks, Joey. You sure make me happy.
Keep it up.
Kitty, I came to say a few words to you before leaving town.
Why, Jimmy, where are you going?
I ain't decided definitely yet, but before I go, I just want you to remember that, well, that I started you on the road to fame.
Oh, why so tragic? What's the big idea?
As I gaze from my lonely hut over the mountaintops at sundown, I'll think of you and wonder if you remember the boy who placed your ladder on the foot, who placed your foot on the ladder of fame.
Oh, you silly boy.
Now let me finish. Here is a slight token of my esteem. There ain't nothing personal in it. It's just what any fan might give to any artist.
Oh, gee, they're beautiful, Jimmy. Thanks.
Don't, Kitty. Oh, don't make our parting any harder. Can't you see I'm trying not to break down?
Well, we're not parting.
After what you told me about you and Wallace, after seeing what a sap I've been, do you think I could stick around here?
Of course, and why not?
Why, I could never make it up to you. And there I'd be, trying. And there you'd be, watching me try. Why, it'd get on your nerves so that you'd have a nervous breakdown.
Oh.
And then you couldn't wash the dishes or darn the socks or even look after the baby.
Oh, you're so sweet. And such a fool. Say, listen, do you think for 1 minute I'd let you escape? Well, I should say not. I love you, Jimmy. I really love you.
Oh, gosh. Excuse me, kids, for butting in. Oh, Kitty. On behalf of the stage crew, I want to thank you for saving the show. If the boys wasn't all married, they'd insist on kissing you personally. Notwithstanding, I'll kiss you.
To Kitty, with love from Jerry.
Say, Mug, them's our posy.
Gee. And you can tell the crew for me that I'll kiss each one of them after the show.
Oh, no, Kitty.
That's a promise.
And how?
I'll get them all cleaned up.
Kitty, after the show, I'll tell you how much I love you for what you did. But right now, we've got to stick to business. Come on now, I'll brush you up in your lines for the last act. I found a script.
I'll go too if you...
No, you stay here and keep your eye on Nita. And keep her away from Kitty.
Here, Jimmy, yes, you put these in the water for me, honey. Flowers for the new prima donna, eh?
Yep, you want to smell them?
They'll be very nice for a funeral. You know, I'm going to ring that dirty little neck for her.
You'll have to ring mine first.
That's a very good idea. You're the one that put her up to going on the stage for me tonight. You said so yourself.
Oh, lay off, Kitty and me, can't you? We're just a couple of young folks trying to get along. Why, all we want is a chance to get married, live straight, and have a little home and a family.
Just a little gray home in the West, covered with vines, and a couple of mortgages. Roses growing around, and guys coming around every week to try to collect for the new radio. Love in a cottage, and dirty dishes in the sink.
Smart clack all you please, but I'm telling you the truth.
Am I stopping you if you're sap enough to want to get married?
No, not exactly, but the show-going bust will postpone the happy hour.
Oh, well, am I to blame for you and Jerry getting fresh with the box office and taking all that dough?
That hasn't anything to do with the show being on the rocks.
Oh, it hasn't, eh? Well, what is it then?
There's only one real reason why this opera is going to the warehouse instead of Broadway.
And that's what?
Because Robert Wallace can't get to first base with Kitty.
What?
You heard what I said. Why didn't you keep him away from Kitty in the first place?
Do you mean to tell me that Wallace has been after Kitty?
Didn't he offer her the world with a fence around it if she'd step out with him? Didn't I just take a sock at him a while ago for making love to her?
He hit his face on a piece of scenery, eh? The rat.
Didn't he get me and Dad to put our money into the show so he'd have a stranglehold on Kitty?
You've said enough. You've spilt plenty. Kid, the more a woman's been around, the easier she is to get around.
You must have known it all along. Everybody else in the troupe did.
Yeah, that's great. That's just dandy. I'm going in and have a little chat with Mr. Wallace. Listen, you tell Kitty that everything is janky, and that I'll do everything in the world for her.
Thanks, Nita. Gosh, much obliged.
So there they are.
What?
My roses.
Oh, those belong to Kitty. The stage crew gave them to
They
her.
were stolen from my dressing room. Mr. Bloom gave them to me.
Sam Bloom?
Certainly. Why not? It didn't take him long to realize that I'm different from most girls. What a man. A dreamer. A vagabond at heart.
Kitty will feel bad. She's never had many roses.
Oh, I'm sorry. You see, I'd give them to her, but without the roses, how would people know about Sam and me? Unless I told them, and I couldn't do that. So I'll always remember. It happened on Saturday night. Saturday night.
Oh, there you are, kid, huh? Well, you wait right there.
What's up now?
More bad news.
Hey, I've been looking everywhere for you. Now, I'm going to take you and Jerry for a ride to the station house.
This is outrageous. I'm certain both of them are innocent, especially Jimmy.
Well, no, that's just too bad. Just too bad. Flowers, huh? Relatives send them? Well, they're going to look nice in your cell.
Look here, Joe.
Ah, shut up. I've been arguing that all night. None of that. Oh, you thought you pulled a fast one, huh? Ah, don't pretend to me that you wasn't going to pull a cannon on me. Now, listen. You copped the coin and slipped it to him, huh? And then you ducked down the alley with it, huh?
Say, Jimmy, what's he talking about?
Oh, he don't know himself.
He thinks he's Sherlock Holmes. He's got a one-track mind with rear-end collision.
Yeah, well, I'm foxy. I'm foxy because I just grabbed two wisecracking guys in a hurry. Now, you two boys are in a hot spot. Now, what's the matter? Well, I just got the two fellas that held up the box office.
Oh, no, you didn't. I just caught him.
Caught who?
The real thief.
And he's not me?
Nope.
Too bad. I've been accused tonight so much of robbery that I began to believe it myself.
Oh, now listen here, Sam. Don't upset all my plans. I tell you, I got a clear case against these two.
You can have the case, but I've got the dough. Every cent of it.
Hey, where'd you find it, Sam?
Never mind where.
Bring him in, Pete. I done the best I could, Jerry. I even left the door open so he could make his getaway.
Dad, the thief?
I didn't know they were trying to hang it on you, Jerry. Or I'd have confessed before.
Oh, Daddy, tell me you didn't do it.
No use denying it now, dear.
Oh, Daddy, you couldn't have done it. You just couldn't have.
Ain't nothing more can happen here except an earthquake.
What puzzles me is how you got up the nerve, Dad.
Well, you can muster up a lot of nerve when you see the work of a lifetime slipping away. I did it for Kitty and Jimmy.
Oh, Sam, can't you just pretend you found it someplace?
No, they can't do that. Kitty.
No, he's played right into Wallace's hands.
Yup, he'd get wise in a minute if we tried to get Dad off that way.
Say, Pop, tell us how you done it.
Well, I went out for my sandwiches as usual. I'd just been told what Sam had said. And I stood out in the alley, and I looked up at the stars, and I thought of the little house of Kitty's and mine that I'd mortgaged to come in on the show. Oh, cute little place it is, too. I knew that it was gone. I don't make much money, you know. And I'm about through. I knew it was Kitty for herself. with no one to look after her.
Lay off, will you? Leave it to me. Dad. Kitty, you go on a few minutes.
Oh, leave me alone, will you, Jerry?
Gee, Kitty, it ain't gonna do any good to cry this way.
No, you've ruined your makeup.
Oh, you don't understand. I can't go on.
You've got to go on in this racket, Kitty. Always. On with the show.
Do it for me, honey. Will you? You know I'd do it for you.
Oh, well.
You must earn money now, dear. So go on and give them everything you've got. For both of us, Kitty.
I'll try. If you'll keep Dad here till I come back.
Don't worry, Kitty. I'll see to that.
So will I. Now hop into your costume, fix your makeup. Beat it. You go on in a couple of minutes. Pete.
Come on, honey. Pull yourself together. That kid is a real trooper.
I'll lick anybody who says she ain't.
All night, rode that train in a native coach from Birmingham, just looking for my loving Sam. I can't get him off my brain, and beyond the question of doubt, my aim in life is to straighten him out. Nobody's schooling Birmingham Bertha. She's at school in Birmingham Bertha. I burn eye for a tooth, my friend. Just treat me halfway fair, and I'm on the level. Give me air, and I'm just a she-devil. He's on my mind. I intend to find that man. But I'll admit I'm just the worst simple Simon that you know. I gave him my diamonds and all my dough. But you can bet it, he'll regret it. He's gonna get it, and so don't expect $2 worth of sympathy from Birmingham Bertha. Like the pony, I never received my man. We's in Chicago, came up here from Birmingham just to see my honey. I was feeling kind of funny, I am. Yes, indeed I am. No more blues in my heart, 'cause we two ain't apart. Why, here's my man, that trifling man. To get back to the subject, nobody's fooling Birmingham Bertha. I had school in this particular Bertha. I burn eye, jaw for jaw, my plan. Wouldn't it treat me fair, and I'm on the level. Try to cheat around on me, and I'll become a cage of age to you. Unless I go blind, I'll surely find that man. And to think that he would run away and do me such a dirty, low-down trick. Well, I knew that scoundrel when he couldn't eat and he wasn't sick. But you can bet it, he'll regret it, and is he going to get it from this strong-arm mama, and how? Now, don't waste as much as 2 cents worth of sympathy for Birmingham Bertha. Like the police, I never released that man.
Come on, give the little girl a chair.
What happened?
Say, do I look much?
Mangled.
Guess I do all right. Bobby and I just had an understanding. What, Dad? So you're the Jesse James in this outfit, eh? Good work. Congratulations.
What happened between you and Wallace?
He hit me, the egg. He struck a defenseless woman.
And what did you do?
Oh, I stayed within the law, all right. He'll live. Yep, he hit me. Then I mopped up the dressing room with him.
Why all this battle between you two?
The best reason in the world. We are married.
You and him married?
Mm-hmm. We got a brainstorm a couple of months ago and did it.
You kept it a secret long enough.
Say, you'd keep it a secret, too, if you were married to that kippered herring.
Well, personally, I think you both got gypped.
Maybe. But, Jerry, you won't be so sore at me after you hear my tale of woe. You know, Bobby insisted that we keep this marriage a secret. Oh, I wasn't so proud of it myself after I came to my right senses. Then he insisted that I join the show. Said that you were liable to double-cross him, and that if I was around, I could help him keep the whip hand. You know, I was all through with this business, ready to eat and grow fat. But I promised to love, honor, and obey the little rat, so I took off my clothes and went to work. After the first act tonight, he came back and said that the expected had happened, that you had crooked him. So that's why that's why...
You got temperamental and wouldn't go on till I kicked through with your back salary, eh?
Right. My darling husband cooked up this scheme to ruin you. Oh, Jerry, you know I wouldn't do a thing like that to a pal. Not of my own accord.
Well, thanks for giving me the lowdown, Nita.
You know, it wasn't until I talked to Jimmy a couple of minutes ago that I got the real dope on my ball and chain. And then I lost my temper. And Mr. Wallace lost a few square feet of hide.
Yeah, I told her that Wallace was chasing after Kitty.
Well, he'll do his chasing from now on crutches. You know, I think I'll take him out to California to reform him. Not a bad idea. I'll take him to Los Angeles and toss him to a couple of real estate sharks. But before I leave these parts, here's a little document that I want you to remember little Nell by.
What's this, the mortgage on the old homestead?
That's Bobby's share in the play. Half of it's for you, Jerry, and half for Jimmy and Kitty.
Why, this is wonderful.
And listen, here's a check for 10 grand. It's just a loan, and you can take as long to pay me back as I did on that cheese sandwich.
Wallace loaning Jerry money? That isn't wonderful. That's a miracle.
It won't jump at you, Jerry. It won't even bounce back at you. Oh, I know that his signature's always a little shaky, and there may be a little blood on it, but it's good.
Gee, Nita, you're a peach.
Ah, don't get gooey.
Nita, I can't tell you how much obliged I am.
Well, don't do it then. Run and tell Kitty the good news.
I'll say.
Excuse me, Nita. I've got to attend to the finale.
Yeah, I know you have.
Kitty.
I just knew something would happen, Miss French.
Well, it's just too bad, but you're still under arrest.
Say, Wallace won't press the charge against Dad, will he?
Wallace can't even press a pair of pants. Come on, Joe. Take the bracelets off the old boy and let him go.
Well, now, I don't know about that. There's
Come
a lot
on,
of things...
come on. Take the jewelry off before I lose my temper again and hang them on you for a pair of nose rings.
listen, Blondie, don't you get tough with me or I'll...
Joey.
well...
Joe. Come on now. You and Pete go in there and gather up the body and bring it out. For me?
Okay, come on, Pete.
Why, I don't know how to thank you enough, Miss French.
Well, that's all right, Dad. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait a minute. Pete, frisk him. Huh. I thought you were holding this out on me, you wag.
Please, Nita.
Oh, is Mama's little boy going home to his beddies and his Ovaltine?
Please, Nita, this is most humiliating.
Well, Mama won't hit you again. Now. Mama wants you to get better so that she can take another pop at you just for luck. Come on, boy, take him out. Tell him a lot of bedtime stories and be sure not to make a mistake and drop him in the garbage wagon.
You'll be sorry when I'm dead and gone.
Did you do that all by yourself? All by myself.
Oh, honey, haven't I been brave?
It looks like a eel on a big white wave. It's a big hit.
I guess this is my last appearance on any stage, old timer. But I'm awfully glad it was with you, Jerry. Honest, I am.
feels so good to sit here and relax. And know that I didn't throw you down. Well, I'm not going to slop over about it. I always did hate sentiment. Just another beauty leaves footlights for loveness. Photo shows the beautiful Mrs. Robert Wallace, formerly the beautiful Nita French, in her Hollywood bungalow, surrounded by her family, not shown in pictures. Return to the stage, laughed Mrs. Wallace. Never, never. I'm entirely too happy. Meaning, too old.
Hey, Jane, come on. Now, you mustn't my makeup. Hey, just because you're part owners in the show, you mustn't forget it. Now, get on there and take your encore, Kitty. Go on.
Go on, take your encore, baby. Take them while you can get them. Oh, gee, thanks, Lita. Come on, hurry.
Yeah, I went over to Drake tonight. They got a broad out there.
Just too bad. Just too bad. I'm afraid you're going to have a success.
You're just